Professor Uchenna was a man of science, a respected lecturer at a Nigerian university. He didn't believe in the myths and legends his village elders told. Spirits, sacred pythons? To him, they were just stories to scare children. But Uchenna's life would soon become a tale of its own, a story of love, betrayal, and the mysteries of the unseen world. It all started when Uchenna found a rare white python near the River Uduma. Its shimmering scales caught his eye, and he decided to bring it home. To him, it was a fascinating specimen, but the villagers were horrified. "That is no ordinary snake," warned Elder Namdi. "It is a spirit of the river. Return it, or it will bring misfortune." Uchenna laughed. "These are old superstitions," he said, dismissing their fears. A few months later, Uchenna met Adaora, a strikingly beautiful woman who seemed to appear out of nowhere. She was kind, graceful, and intelligent, the perfect match for him. They fell in love quickly, and before long, they were married. Uchenna felt like the luckiest man alive, but strange things began to happen. The white python, now kept in a glass enclosure, started acting oddly. It slithered restlessly at night, its glowing eyes following Adaora whenever she walked past. She avoided it entirely, her face tightening with fear every time she saw it. "You should let it go," she said one evening, her voice almost pleading. "It's harmless," Uchenna replied with a dismissive wave of his hand. Yet the snake's strange behavior continued, and Uchenna began having disturbing dreams. Night after night, he dreamt of the python coiling around his house, hissing in a language he didn't understand. One night, he woke up to find Adaora missing. Panic surged through him as he searched the house, finally finding her near the python's enclosure. She was kneeling, whispering softly to the snake. "What are you doing?" he asked, his voice shaking. Adaora turned to him slowly, her eyes glowing faintly in the dim light. "You should have left it in the river," she said, her voice calm but chilling. Confused and alarmed, Uchenna demanded answers. That night, Adaora revealed the truth. "I am not what you think I am," she began, her voice heavy with sorrow. "The python you brought home is no ordinary snake. It is a guardian spirit of the River Uduma. When you took it from its home, you disrupted the balance between the human and spirit worlds. I am connected to it, Uchenna. I was sent to guide you, to make you return it." Her words left him frozen. You're connected to the python?" he stammered. Adaora nodded. "I came to you in human form, hoping you would listen. But instead, we fell in love, and now I am trapped. If the python stays, it will destroy us both. You must let us go." Uchenna refused to believe it. How could the woman he loved be tied to a spirit? How could his perfect life be unraveling so quickly? That night, as Uchenna tried to sleep, he was jolted awake by a loud crash. The python had broken free from its enclosure. Its massive body slithered through the house, its glowing eyes fixed on him. Adaora stood in the corner, her face a mixture of sadness and fear. "Please," she begged, "release it before it's too late." But Uchenna couldn't move. He watched in horror as Adaora's body began to change. Her skin shimmered, her legs fused together, and in moments she had transformed into a giant python. "You were warned," she hissed, her voice now layered with an otherworldly echo. "But you let your pride blind you." The two serpents slithered toward the door, leaving Uchenna paralyzed with shock. The next morning, he was found sitting by the riverbank, staring blankly at the water. The villagers whispered that he had angered the spirits and paid the price. The white python was never seen again, but the villagers say it still watches over the river. As for Uchenna, he spent the rest of his days warning others about the dangers of ignoring the balance between the human and spirit worlds. His story became a cautionary tale, a reminder that some mysteries are not meant to be unraveled, and some love stories carry secrets too heavy to bear.